Hey everyone, ready to dive into something new?
Oh, absolutely. I love a good deep dive.
Well, today it's all about Temu.
Temu.
Yeah.
I've been seeing that name everywhere lately.
Right. Seems like everyone's buzzing about it.
So what is it? Some kind of secret society?
Uh-huh. Not quite, but there's definitely a bit of mystery surrounding it.
Oh, I like a good mystery. Lay it on me.
Okay, so we've been digging through guides and articles, and apparently Temu is this online platform where you can, get this, make money.
Make money online. Okay, now I'm really intrigued.
I know, right? And we're talking about serious cash. Some of these guides are even claiming you can make your first 100 pounds pretty quickly.
Color me skeptical, but I'm definitely open to learning more.
That's the spirit. And trust me, I had my doubts too. I mean, there's so many of those like get rich quick schemes out there, you know?
Oh yeah, totally. You got to be careful. So is Temu one of those?
From what I've gathered, it's definitely a lot more legit than just clicking on ads or taking surveys.
Okay, that's a good sign.
Yeah, the way they describe it, it's more like a digital marketplace. Imagine like a virtual town square where companies post all sorts of gigs and freelance work and even special offers.
Interesting. So it's like connecting people who need stuff done with people who can do it.
Exactly. And the best part is you get to pick and choose what you want to do, all from, well, anywhere you want.
That's a game changer right there. Flexibility is huge these days, especially for people looking for side hustles or just want to work on their own terms.
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
And it seems like Timo really caters to that desire for flexible work.
Okay, I'm sold. Tell me more. How do I sign up?
Whoa there, eager beaver. Hold your horses. Let's take it one step at a time.
Right. Sorry, got a bit carried away.
No worries, I get it. It is pretty exciting stuff. But yeah, the first thing you need to do is set up an account, the usual stuff. But here's where things get a little interesting.
Oh, do tell.
So the guide mentions that Tima takes security super seriously, which is a good thing, of course. Strong passwords, two-factor authentication, all that jazz.
Standard procedure these days. Makes sense.
Totally. But then they also mention ID verification.
ID verification. Like,
Oh.
do they want my fingerprints too?
Haha. Not quite that intense, but yeah, they ask for things like a passport or driver's license.
Huh. That's a little more than I expected.
Aw.
What's the deal with that?
I was wondering the same thing. It seemed a bit much at first, but then I thought about it, and it actually makes a lot of sense.
Oh, how so?
Well, by verifying identities, they can weed out those pesky scammers and create a safer environment for everyone.
Makes sense. Safety first.
Right. It's like their way of saying, hey, we're the real deal. We're building a legitimate marketplace
I
here.
like it. A little extra security up front can save a lot of hassle down the road.
Exactly. So, okay, you've created your account, verified your ID, and you're officially part of the Temu world. What next?
Let's get to the good stuff.
Huh.
How do I start making money?
Patience, my friend. First, we got to navigate the wild world of the Temu dashboard.
The dashboard.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of techy.
It's not that bad, actually. It's basically your command center, your one-stop shop for everything Temu.
Okay, I can handle that. What's in this command center?
From what the guide says, there's a ton of stuff. There are task listings, obviously. You can see your earnings overview, track your progress, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other cool features.
Ooh, progress trackers.
Yeah.
I'm all about those.
Yeah.
Makes it feel like a game.
Right. I'm a sucker for a good progress bar myself. But yeah, it seems like Temu really tries to make the whole experience, I don't know, engaging and motivating.
That's smart. Especially when you're just starting out, those little wins can really keep you going.
Totally. So let's talk about the real reason we're here, the big question. How do we actually start earning on Temu? Get to that magical first 100 pounds.
Right, the money. Let's break it down. What does the guide say?
Well, one of the first things they emphasize is consistency. It's all about consistently completing tasks, especially the ones that pay well.
Okay, so be picky. Don't just grab any old task.
Exactly. Be strategic. Look for the high-paying gigs. And speaking of strategy, the guide also suggests setting daily earning goals.
Ooh, I like that. Gives you something to aim for, keeps you focused.
Right. And it helps you build that, rhythm and momentum.
Makes sense. It's not about burning yourself out in a day. It's about building a sustainable system.
Right on. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. The guide talks about these Temu promotions.
Promotions. Tell me more.
They're like these special offers that can really boost your earnings, especially when you're first starting out.
Okay, that sounds promising. What kind of promotions are we talking about?
Well, there are sign-up bonuses, of course, kind of like a welcome gift just for joining Temu. And then there are seasonal offers, loyalty rewards, all sorts of biddies.
That's smart on their part. Get people excited, give them a little extra incentive to jump in.
Exactly. It's like a win-win. They gain new users, and we get a little extra padding in our pockets.
I like it. So tell me, did the guide mention any success stories? Anyone who actually made that first 100 pounds using these promotions?
Oh, absolutely. They highlighted a story about someone who, get this, used a Temu promotion to earn a huge chunk of their first 100 pounds, like right away, just from signing up and taking advantage of the offer.
Wow, that's encouraging. It's good to know it's actually possible.
Right. It shows that these promotions are legit and can make a real difference.
Okay, you've officially piqued my interest. I'm ready to hear more about how to really maximize my earnings on Temu.
Well, then you're in luck. Because in our next deep dive segment, we'll be exploring some advanced strategies for leveling up your Temu game and taking your earnings to the next level.
Ooh, I can't wait. Bring on the advanced strategies. It's really about being smart about it, not just jumping at the first thing you see.
So it's not just about chasing the highest paying gig.
Exactly. Think about your skills. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing?
Right. Play to your strengths.
Exactly. And once you've got the basics down, you're comfortable with the platform,
Yeah.
then you can start thinking about leveling up your king of game.
Leveling up sounds kind of intense. Like I need a secret code or something.
Uh-huh. No secret codes required.
Yeah.
But there are some more advanced strategies you can use to really maximize your earnings.
Okay, I'm all ears. Give me the inside scoop.
Well, one thing the guide emphasizes is market analysis.
Market analysis. Sounds a bit like Wall Street, not gonna lie.
Haha. It's not that complicated, I promise.
Yeah.
It's really just about paying attention to trends. What's in high demand on Temu right now? What are people looking for?
Oh, okay, I get it. So, like, if everyone's suddenly obsessed with making sourdough bread, maybe there are a ton of gigs for recipe writers or baking instructors on Temu.
Exactly. Or let's say there's a new app or technology everyone's talking about.
Oh, like a new social media platform or something.
Yeah. There might be a surge in demand for people who can help businesses create content or manage their presence on that platform.
So it's all about spotting those patterns and being ready to jump on them.
Exactly. Being strategic, you know, anticipating what's coming next.
I like it. It's like being a Temu trendsetter.
Right. Now, another key strategy is diversifying your income streams.
Diversifying. Isn't that like spreading yourself too thin?
Not necessarily. Think of it like this. If you're only focusing on one type of task,
Yeah.
and then suddenly that task becomes less popular,
Uh-oh.
your earnings could take a hit. Right.
Makes sense. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Exactly. So by diversifying, trying different types of tasks, exploring different promotions,
Right.
you're creating a safety net for your Temu earnings.
I like it. So, like, if I'm good at writing, I could take on some copywriting gigs, but also maybe try some graphic design or social media management.
Exactly. That way, even if the demand for copywriting dips, you've got other skills to fall back on.
Smart. Okay, I'm seeing a lot about optimizing our efforts based on data. Is Temu, like, spying on us?
Yeah.
Tracking our every move?
Not exactly spying, but they do track your performance data.
Okay.
But it's actually a good thing. They show you which tasks are most profitable for you.
Oh, interesting. So it's like having a personal teamer coach telling me where to focus my energy.
Exactly. They're giving you the insights you need to work smarter, not harder.
I'm all about working smarter. Sign me up.
Now, there's one thing I keep seeing that I got to ask about: the Temu community. What is that? Some exclusive club for Temu pros?
Not at all. It's more like a supportive network of Temu users,
Mm-hmm.
all eager to share their knowledge and experiences.
Wait, so people are actually sharing their secrets to success?
It might seem counterintuitive, but it's actually a smart strategy.
How so?
Well, in the online earning world, information is power.
True.
By connecting with the Temu community, you can learn from others' mistakes, discover new strategies, and stay ahead of the curve.
So it's like having a team of Temu mentors cheering you on.
Exactly. And the Temu community offers all sorts of resources.
Like what? They have forums where you can ask questions and share tips. There are influencer groups, webinars, tutorials, you name it.
Wow, sounds like a treasure trove of Temu wisdom. Definitely going to check that out. Okay, before we wrap things up, I think it would be helpful to address some common questions that new Temu users might have. Just some basic stuff to get them started.
Yeah, good idea. It can be a bit overwhelming at first, all the new information.
Exactly. So the guide has a whole FAQ section, and there are a few questions that I think are particularly important.
Fire away. I'm ready for anything.
Okay, first up, Password resets. We've all been there, right? Staring blankly at the screen, trying to remember that crazy password we created 6 months ago.
Oh, yeah. Happens to the best of us.
So how does Temu handle those moments of forgetfulness?
Thankfully, it's pretty straightforward. There's a forgot password option right on the login page.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
goodness.
just click on that, follow the prompts, and you'll be back in your account in no time.
Whew. Crisis averted. Okay, next question. Fees. Are there any hidden costs associated with using Temu?
That's a great question. And transparency is key when it comes to financial platforms. So Temu advises checking the fee structure in your account settings for all the details.
Okay, so no sneaky surprises. Good to know.
Right. But they do emphasize that their rates are competitive, so you shouldn't be hit with any crazy charges.
That's reassuring. And finally, the question that's probably on everyone's mind. Is my payment information safe on Temu?
Security is paramount,
Yeah.
especially when we're talking about financial data, right?
Absolutely.
So Temu assures users that they use encryption and all the latest security measures to protect user information.
Okay, good. So we can rest easy knowing our payment details are in safe hands.
Exactly. They seem to take security very seriously.
Awesome. But what if we have more questions, things that aren't covered in the basic FAQ? Where can we go for help?
Temu's got you covered. They have a whole support system in place.
Like what?
Well, first off, they have a comprehensive help center right in the app. Tons of articles, guides, all sorts of helpful resources.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Definitely. And if you need more personalized help, they have a dedicated customer support team.
Yeah.
You can reach out to them via email or live chat.
Nice. And of course, we can always turn to the trusty Temu community, right?
Always. It's like having a 24/7 help desk staffed by friendly Temu experts.
Love it. And don't forget about their social media channels and newsletters.
Oh, yeah, good point. They're constantly sharing updates, tips, and all sorts of useful information.
It seems like they really go above and beyond to keep their users informed and supported.
They do, and that's a good sign,
Yeah,
Shows they're invested in their community.
totally. Okay, I think we've covered pretty much everything, right?
Yeah, I think so. We've gone from the basics of setting up an account and navigating the dashboard.
To more advanced strategies like market analysis and diversifying our income streams.
We've even tackled some common questions and explored the wonderful world of the Temu community.
We've officially demystified Temu.
I think so. But remember, Temu is a constantly evolving platform, so it's important to stay informed and adapt to new trends.
And that's where the Temu community comes in handy. Always there to keep us in the loop.
Exactly. It's like having a built-in support system for your Temu journey.
I love that. Okay, before we wrap up this Temu deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to leave you with a final thought. We've talked about maximizing those Temu earnings, snagging those sweet promotions, and even tapped into the wisdom of the Temu community.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have. But, it makes me think there's something bigger going on here.
Oh. What do you mean?
Well, the rise of these platforms like Temu, it's got me thinking about the future of work.
Yeah, that's a big one. It's definitely a trend we're seeing more and more, the shift away from the traditional 9 to 5 grind.
Exactly. People want more flexibility, more control over their schedules and their lives.
And Temu seems to tap right into that desire.
Totally. It's like a glimpse into this future where work is more project-based, where you can work from anywhere, anytime.
Yeah, the whole gig economy thing. It's pretty fascinating to see how it's all evolving.
It is. It makes me think about a friend of mine. She actually just quit her corporate job to become a freelance writer.
Oh, wow. How's she liking it?
She's loving it. She sets her own hours, works from wherever she wants. She even took her laptop to a coffee shop on the beach the other day.
That's the dream.
Right. But, it's not all sunshine and roses. There are definitely challenges that come with this shift in the work landscape.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Things like job security, benefits,
Yeah,
those are big concerns when you're working independently.
exactly. And it makes me wonder how we can make sure people are being treated fairly in this new world of work.
Yeah.
How do we ensure fair compensation, protect workers' rights?
Right, those are important questions.
Mm.
And I think transparency is key. These platforms need to be upfront about their practices, their fee structures, all of that.
I agree. No more hidden surprises.
Exactly. And we need to think about how we can provide support systems for independent workers, maybe new models for benefits, things like that.
Those are great points. It's a complex issue, and it's definitely going to require some creative solutions.
Absolutely. It's an ongoing conversation for sure.
Well said. So, to our listeners out there, I want to leave you with this. What are your thoughts on the future of work? How do you see platforms like Temu shaping this evolving landscape.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your perspectives. Hop on our social media, send us an email, join the discussion in our online community.
Because the best deep dives are the ones that keep the conversation going, right?
You got it. Keep those questions coming, keep exploring, and keep learning.
And on that note, we'll wrap up this Temu deep dive. We hope you've learned a thing or two, discovered some new ideas, and maybe even feel inspired to explore the world of Temu for yourselves.
Until next time, happy Temuing.
See ya!
Yeah.